Hi, here we are with DJ Ashden J, who plays on Friends FM and also has played on Centre Force as well. And today he's playing at the Gratitude Festival twice, yesterday and today. So Ashden, how are you finding it?
Oh yeah, it's wicked. The crowd yesterday was just unreal. Everyone was just joining in, enjoying the vibes, and everyone was loving the tunes. It's just like everyone comes as a big family when it comes to music.
And how did you get into music? Let's rewind back to the beginning.
Well, when I was younger, I used to listen to like my dad's records and all of that, and then I just got my first decks when I was 11, and I just started playing. And
sorry to interrupt. Who did you get your first decks from, and how did that happen?
I got my first decks from Make-A-Wish, which is like a cancer charity. As when I was younger, I had Hodgkin's lymphoma, and then I obviously got over it 2 years later, and then I got awarded my decks, and I've just got bigger and better since then.
And his dad's stealing his decks a lot of the time for his gigs, isn't he?
Yeah, most of the time, but I still get enough time to practice, so it's all right.
You had a lot of time to practice in the pandemic, didn't you? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, in the pandemic, I was just doing live streams on Facebook and everything, just making everyone happy through like as best as they can be.
And you played digital and also by ear, which is very rare for sort of youngsters like you these days.
Yeah, so when I was learning how to play vinyl, I was doing CDJ into vinyl to make it a bit easier for myself. Now I can just do like both turntables together, and it's just, yeah.
Wicked! It's just wicked. And what musical style do you play, Ashden? Sorry, I got a bit excited there. My Tuesday nights are always back home, rushing back from Aldi to get to Ashden. So what musical style do you play, and have you progressed from when you first started to now?
When I first started, I started playing tech house, garage and all of that. Because when I went into year 8, Future DJ come in, and they were just teaching me the basics of how to wire everything up and like mixing. But half the time I was teaching him how to mix. But at the end of the day, they still taught me the basics, so I've just got to remember them. And then, yeah, it's just,
I think you'll be doing lessons for them at school soon,
yeah,
won't you?
Exactly. But yeah, what was the question?
No, that's... He's not obviously had much sleep, have you, Ashden? What time did you go to bed last night or this morning?
About 4 o'clock.
Oh my goodness! Well, listen. I just want to ask you, who would you love to play alongside, DJ-wise?
Either James Hype, Hitty, or George Mensah.
And what clubs would you like to play in, ideally? And listen out, clubs out there.
HI in Ibiza, 338 in London, E1 in London, and just most of the clubs around the world.
And going back to playing with your dad back to back, how does that feel? Because it's such a lovely thing to watch, you know, as a party goer like myself. But how does it feel?
Yeah, it's quite good because we've got like a similar vibe of music, so it all just works together and we just bounce off each other, and it's just great bonding time on the decks and off the decks at the same time, sorting music, making tracks with each other. It's just like wicked. Is
there anything that annoys you about like your dad when you're playing like music together?
Well, he just thinks he's better than me, but he's just not.
He definitely isn't. Excellent. Well, listen, you've had some big achievements already. What other festivals are you playing at, or is this your first one?
This is my first main one with my name on it, but I've got a couple, not next weekend, the weekend after. It's a silent disco in the Silent Disco Arena at another festival in Chelmsford. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
What do you see yourself doing in about 5 years' time? Is it going to be Kavos, Ibiza, Croatia?
I'd love to play out in Ibiza, as I've already played out in Marbella in Spain, but I'd love to go to Ibiza. But in like 5 years, I'd like to like travel around the world playing and going on tour, doing what I do the best. And
you've already started getting a few like groupies and girls after you, haven't you, Ashden?
Yeah, I'm just the biggest stud.
You nutter. So could you want to just plug where you play, where people can find you on the socials, please?
Yeah, every Tuesday I play on Friends FM 6 to 8 PM. I call it AJ's house because like my name's Ashden and my middle name's James, so just AJ's house just works and flows. So I just thought AJ's house is just the best.
That's brilliant. Oh, thank you very much, AJ. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, okay?